are you?
I feel like there's sand.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like dirt.
Yes.
I have sandals on.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a rope. I feel like I have like a almost like a robe on. There's like a rope around the
Mm-hmm.
waist.
Yes. Are you male or female there? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Female.
Mm-hmm. Are you young or old?
I feel almost like middle-aged, like
Mm-hmm.
30, 40.
Yes. And what is this place where you are?
Egypt came to mind.
Mm-hmm. And what is it that you're doing there?
I'm walking with a bucket and I have water in it.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
See like blue sky.
Mm-hmm.
See trees.
Yes. Yes. Tell me more.
See some children.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel when you see these children?
They look happy.
Mm-hmm.
They're just playing.
Yes. Do you know these children? Are they part of your family?
I recognize them, but I
Mm.
don't feel like they're part of my family.
Okay. What happens next? Where do you go?
I'm walking
Mm-hmm.
and there's like a small stream next to me.
Yes.
It looks like it's man-made,
Mm-hmm.
like a canal.
Yes. What's the purpose of this man-made canal?
I think it's just to have access to water throughout the community,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
running water.
Mm-hmm. What do you do next?
The water doesn't run inside of our homes, so we have to take it with a bucket
Mm-hmm.
and bring it back.
Okay. Tell me more.
So that's just what I'm doing. I'm walking along and I'm just gathering the water that I need.
Okay. Very good. So I'd like for you to advance a little bit more and tell me where it is that you take the bucket. I'm going to count to 3. When I get to 3, you'll be there. 1, 2, and 3. You're there. Where are you?
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Are you indoors or outdoors?
I'm inside.
Okay. What's the first thing you notice?
It feels dark.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the floors also feel like the earth, like dirt.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
My feet are dirty.
Mm-hmm. Is there an opportunity to open up some light source there? Look around and see.
I see light from the front doorway.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't want to be in here.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel when you're in that place?
Mm, feels heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's making my body shake.
Yes. So I want you to feel it. What do you imagine is making you feel uncomfortable in this place?
Like I just want to put the bucket down and leave. I want to go
Mm-hmm.
back outside. I want to be outside.
Yes. And this place where you are, is this place where you live or something else?
um,
If you knew.
I feel like I have to live here, but I don't want to.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What happens next? What do you do?
I stay close to the front door.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Feel it. Feel what's happening to your body.
I feel like I'm being choked.
Mm-hmm.
The person is angry.
Yes. Yes.
I don't understand why.
Mm-hmm. Yes, continue. What do you feel when you feel this feeling in your neck? Being
I
choked?
just feel like I can't breathe. It feels tight.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And when you can't breathe and feel tight, what happens next?
Just very scared.
Mm-hmm. And yes, continue. What happens next?
I can just feel their rage.
Mm-hmm. Do they say anything to you?
Just I'm stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They make me feel like I'm just this dumb dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes.
I'm useless.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But
What?
I don't know what else I'm supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm. So what happens next? Yes, feel it.
I feel lighter now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I'm there now.
Mm-hmm. So where is your body when you're feeling lighter?
I feel like I'm almost just burst into the sky that I was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Only it feels different. It feels like misty.
Yes. So I want you to think about this experience that just happened to you. What's the most difficult moment of it?
Um, the fear,
Mm-hmm. The fear of what?
the going into the dark space, like and
Mm-hmm.
feeling stuck there,
Yes.
wanting to walk out the door, but feeling like I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
unless it was for something useful.
Yes. How is all of this now affecting you in life as Megan? What does it make you do?
Same thing.
Mm-hmm. And when you feel the same thing, what does that prevent you from doing in the life as Megan?
I shut down my voice.
Mm-hmm. What else?
I lose direction.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I get stuck.
Very good.
It's
So,
like I almost lose connection
mm-hmm. Very
to
good.
me.
Mm-hmm. Good. So listen carefully. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. And when I get to number 1, you're going to go back to where this all began, how you got yourself into that situation. But this time you're going to experience everything in detail, feeling everything. 3, 2, and 1. Where does this all begin? Even if you think you're making it up. How does this begin, this situation?
I'm a child.
Mm-hmm.
I look like 4, 3 or 4, almost
Mm-hmm.
4 years old.
Yes.
And brown hair, brown eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel someone come up to me and they're like placing their hands like on my chin.
Mm-hmm. Who is that? Is it male or female?
It's a male.
Mm-hmm. Is it an older male?
He's much bigger than me,
Mm-hmm.
much bigger.
How do you feel when he does that?
It's like the touch feels nurturing, but I'm confused why
Mm-hmm.
he's doing that.
Yes. Does he say anything to you?
He's just looking at me.
Mm-hmm. How does it make you feel?
A little uneasy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I think he scoops me up.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm on his hip, and he's I think he's pretending that I'm his child.
And where are your parents? If you knew.
I think my father is gone. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's off somewhere. He's not, but it's temporary.
Yeah.
And my mother is just alone in the home.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm. This man is pretending to be, he's trying to make it seem like he's my father, or that he knows me, or that I
Yes.
belong to him.
Yes. What happens next?
He's a little bit away from people, and now he's kind of being hurriedly, and I feel scared.
Yes. Yes, continue.
He knows he's doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm. How are you reacting to this?
I feel scared.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what's happening.
Yes.
I'm wanting my mother.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
He just has me in a room, and now I think he's questioning. He's not sure.
Mm-hmm.
He's not sure if he should have taken me.
Mm-hmm.
He's not sure what to do with me.
Yes, continue.
I don't know why I'm there.
So let's advance a little bit more. I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll be a little older and you'll understand what has happened. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
16.
Mm-hmm.
My hair is long. Very beautiful, but I feel like empty inside.
Mm-hmm. What has happened? Yes, just feel it. Just say it out loud.
I think he used my body.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All your life?
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm. Who are you with now?
Kind of just hiding off in the background
Mm-hmm.
because
Yes.
I don't feel people.
Mm-hmm.
I see them, but I don't feel them.
Mm-hmm. Why do you imagine that is?
I think because I just feel so empty inside.
Mm-hmm. Are you living with this man?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So let's close the scene, and I'm going to count to 3, and you're going to go to a moment in which something important is happening with him. Not the end, but something that is very poignant. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
He's very perverted.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
It's like he likes to like role play.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It just feels gross. I
Tell me more.
just feel like I want to vomit.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel?
I feel like he's like just putting himself like inside my mouth and like everywhere he can, and it just feels gross.
Mm-hmm. What happens
And
next?
then he turns into like this very normal, like affectionate, almost like when he first put his hand on me, where it's like the touch was intended to feel loving and nurturing and good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really confused.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not right,
Yes.
and I know it's not normal, but it's like he has these two different, like he tries to make up for using me
Yes. Mm-hmm.
by making things look pretty and normal and like it's a loving, healthy environment.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very good. So let's close that scene. We're going now to advance. I'm going to count to three. When I get to number three, things are heating up. And you'll be back at that time when you were, right before you were at that place with the bucket. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
I have the bucket and
Mm,
I see the children and I wonder what my life would have been like if I had never been taken.
mm-hmm.
And I don't understand why my mother didn't look for me. I don't feel like she looked for me.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Say that again.
I don't feel like my mother looked for me.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I just feel like I feel like this is just my destiny. Like I was just supposed to be used.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see what my life was ever supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel it. I feel
Yes.
like that's why I can't. I just shut down.
Mm-hmm. So what happens next?
I'm
Where do you go?
I'm walking down
Mm-hmm.
this canal, this small path with the water,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm angry.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I feel angry.
Yes.
I want to be free.
Say that again.
I want to be free.
Mm-hmm. So what happens next?
I feel like I have to try to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have to try to fight back.
So what do you do?
I refuse. I refuse.
Mm-hmm. What
Uh,
happens when you refuse?
Then he gets angry
Mm-hmm.
because he's losing control of me. He doesn't know
Yes.
what to do.
Mm-hmm. What
But I
happens
don't
next?
care. I don't care anymore.
Mm-hmm. So
I
what
just
happens? What does he do?
he's smacking me for being disobeying, for disrespecting him.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah, I
continue.
just fall to my knees. Now he's dragging me
Mm-hmm.
and forcing me.
Yes, continue.
I feel like I'm bleeding.
Yes, continue.
He just leaves me and I just stay.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even move. I just stay, right? Because I feel defeated and broken.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been like gross and perverted, but now it's like violent.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to notice while this is happening where your soul is. Is it there with you or watching you?
I think it's with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's with me.
What happens next?
I'm trying to get the strength,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I feel really alone, like I don't have anyone to help me. And
Yes.
because he makes everyone feel like it's so normal and that I'm treated so well, like no one will believe me.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I stay silent.
Advance a little bit more.
I feel like I want to kill myself.
What do you do?
I think I I think I go to a cliff.
Mm-hmm. I want you to tell me slowly what happens.
I can see I can see the water below.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Can't tell if I'm just thinking about where I was or if I'm looking at like an ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I feel like there are like small like rocks falling off of the edge beneath my feet. I took my shoes off. I feel like I feel like I'm naked. Like I took my clothes off too.
What happens next?
I jump.
And as you jump, I want you to notice what part of your body is hit first.
I can see my face.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like my neck.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like my neck and my shoulder and my arm, my hand, my right side of my body.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What happens next?
I can feel the ocean.
Mm-hmm. And as you feel the ocean, are you in the ocean?
It's just like washing up on me.
Mm-hmm. As it washes up on you, I want you to notice what happens to your body.
I feel like I'm sinking deeper.
Mm-hmm. And what does your heart feel when it no longer gets oxygen?
Still, just feel still.
Mm-hmm.
Everything feels really still.
Mm-hmm. And what is the last thing that your brain thinks?
Why did it have to be like this?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to do that,
Mm-hmm.
but I just didn't know how else to be free.
Yes. So what happens to your soul? Where do you go? Do you
Feel,
stay with your body?
feel like I'm just in the water.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So as your soul is there in the water, I want you to think about this life and what's been the most difficult moment of that lifetime now.
Not having real love.
Mm-hmm. What does that make you do in life as Megan?
It makes me wonder if it even exists.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
Yeah,
me think there's something wrong with me.
very good. And when you think that there's something wrong with you, what does that keep you from doing in the life as Megan?
Loving myself.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I'd like for you to do something. I'd like for you to go to that cliff side, and I want you to find that body, and I want you to mend that body. I want you to stitch her up. All the places where she was broken. Her neck, her right side. Tell me when you've completely fixed the body.
Finished.
Very good. Now I'd like for you to take a tissue or a washcloth, whatever you have next to you, and I want you to cough out all of that water that you inhaled and drank. Yeah, into your lungs. Get it all out. Don't leave anything in. Tell me when it's completely clear. Don't leave any of that water in there. Very good. So now you could take your soul, and I want you to find that man that took you. And I want you to tell him exactly how you feel about how he treated you your whole life. And I don't want you to hold back. You can scream at him, say whatever you want.
Should have stayed with my mother. It's disgusting what he did to me.
Talk to him.
It's disgusting what you did to me. Disgusting.
You took everything from me.
You took everything
My
from me.
innocence.
My innocence, my purity, my life,
Mm-hmm.
my
And you took
love.
my power.
Took my power.
And I want it back.
And I want it back.
Open your arms and demand it.
I want my power back. Give me back my power.
Take it.
Taking back my power.
Fill yourself with that. And you could breathe all of that back in. And now I want you to just scan your body and see what you took from him. What did you...
Self-hatred.
Mm-hmm. I want you to go through that body and begin to take out all of that that doesn't belong to you. Give it back to him. Take it all out. All that darkness. All that self-loathing. All that perversion. Give it back to him. Pull it all out. Very good. And now I want you to find your mother. What do you say to your mother?
I'm so mad at her.
Mm-hmm.
I suffered so much.
Mm-hmm. Look into her eyes.
Why
Do you
did she
recognize?
let that happen?
Mm-hmm. Talk to her. Tell her, why didn't you look for me?
Why didn't you look for me?
Mm-hmm. What did she tell you?
She didn't want to deal with me.
Mm-hmm.
She was mad that my father had freedom and she had to stay home and be
Mm-hmm.
tied down with me.
Yes. Tell her what you need to tell her.
Why the fuck did you have me?
Mm-hmm. Tell her you took away from me my innocence. You took away my love. You took away everything, my security. Tell her all of that.
I lost everything.
Mm-hmm. And I want it back.
I want my love back. I want
I
my
want my
safety
security
back.
back. Yeah, take it.
I want my innocence back. My purity. I want
Take it.
my purity back and my innocence back. I want my love back. I want my self-worth back.
Mm-hmm.
I want my body back. I want my life. The life that I was supposed to live. It
Mm-hmm.
could have been so beautiful.
Yes.
It was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So now that you have your power back and your understanding, I want you to take that soul into the light now. Take her into the light, knowing that with the death of that body, that experience is over. And with the end of that experience, it no longer should affect you in this lifetime or any other lifetime that you're living. You are one whole person again. You have taken back everything. And as you're in the light now, your guide will meet you. What does your guide tell you about that lifetime? What was the purpose of it? What did you need to learn from that?
Gotta stand up for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta tell the truth. To not hide.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt so ashamed because it was so dirty and I didn't want people to think that I was dirty. Like I chose that. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And the more it happened, the more I felt like I was participating in it and that
Yes.
I felt trapped.
Very good. Very good. So allow your soul to rest in the light now. Surround her with light. And I'm going to count once again from 1 to 3. And you'll go to where all of that originated before that lifetime, where you needed to learn those lessons between these people. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
Sitting in a tree?
Mm-hmm. Look at your body. What do you look like there?
I look young.
Mm-hmm. You a boy or a girl?
I feel like a boy.
Mm-hmm. How old are you there, approximately?
7 or 8.
Mm-hmm. And what is it that you're watching from the tree?
I'm just playing, like I'm climbing and hanging and just kind of just
Mm-hmm.
playing.
What happens next?
I'm told to get down.
Mm-hmm. Who tells you to get down?
It's my mother.
Mm-hmm.
She just wants me to come have dinner.
Okay. Tell me more.
I feel happy.
Mm-hmm. Notice your family dynamics there.
My father is not happy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he feels cold and rigid and angry, closed off.
Mm-hmm.
His heart is closed. Mm,
What about your mom?
she's very kind.
Mm-hmm. How do you
I
feel
I
when you're with your
I
dad?
feel like she really tries to make things lighter.
Okay.
She's trying to protect me.
Mm-hmm.
She's smiling and being cheerful, but I can see sadness in her eyes.
Mm-hmm. How do you imagine their relationship is?
I think he's just very cold and angry and controlling.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel when you're with your dad?
I just feel mm, like he's just there,
Mm-hmm.
and the only expression is being harsh or angry or yelling,
Mm-hmm.
telling me what I'm doing wrong.
Yes. And what do they call you in that life? What's your name?
Like, Stephen?
Mm-hmm. So when I say the name Stephen, does that resonate with you?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. So, Stephen, I'm going to count to three. When I get to number three, you're going to go to a moment in that lifetime when something very important happens. 1, 2, and 3. How old are you now?
I feel like I'm a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
I play football.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good at it,
Yes.
and I'm very well liked.
Mm-hmm.
I think this makes my dad jealous.
Mm-hmm. Does he come to see you?
He he does.
What does he say to you?
He says that I'm doing a good job.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I don't feel like I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like he really wants to say that. I think he's
Yes.
just saying it because he feels like he has to. So he just feels like he has to say that to me.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
know
how
he
do you...
knows that I'm good, but he doesn't want to acknowledge it.
Okay, very good. So what happens next, Stephen?
I'm just living my life,
Mm-hmm.
but just not feeling connected to my father.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I don't know.
All right. So let's close this. I'm going to count to three, and you'll move forward in your life when something very important happens that changes your life. 1, 2, and 3. How old are you now?
34?
Mm-hmm. What's happening?
I got married.
Mm-hmm.
Got 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
A wife that's kind, but I feel like I don't know.
What do you sense from your wife?
I don't feel very connected to her.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So what happens next? What changes your life?
I feel like I lose everything.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about that.
Like I have everything that I thought I wanted, and then I lose it.
Mm-hmm.
I
How does your family react to this?
I think she leaves me and takes the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then I start drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like what's it worth? I was so well liked and loved and worked hard in school and was successful in football and got married and had the kids, and then she left me. So what's the point?
Yes.
What's the point of trying so hard and doing so well
Mm-hmm.
if I just get abandoned?
Say that again.
What's the point of trying so hard if I get abandoned?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So what do you do with your life?
I get lost. I feel lost.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm just trying to numb myself because I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's useless to try.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I just get really overweight and really depressed, and I don't remember who I am anymore. I don't even recognize myself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm growing old and I just live like poor and I don't know, isolated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel safe to have connections anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I don't feel like anybody wants to connect with me.
Yes. So what do you do?
I feel like I eventually kill myself too.
Go to that moment.
I just feel like I'm sitting in front of the TV and I feel empty and depressed. I
Mm-hmm.
feel really, really depressed. I feel like I have nothing to live for.
Yes.
And I feel so alone and disconnected from everyone and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
feel
what
like
happened?
everything was taken from me, so I shoot myself
Mm-hmm.
in the chest.
And as you shoot yourself, I want you to notice where your soul is.
I feel stuck in the room,
Mm-hmm.
like it doesn't know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel out of my body, but no, I don't know where to go.
Mm-hmm. So what happens? How long are you there in that room?
I don't know. I'm watching my like everything get cleaned up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching my mom. I feel bad that I hurt her.
What happens next?
It causes her to feel my same sadness and emptiness
Yes.
deeper than she already felt.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was there, but she was still okay. She
Yes.
was okay until I did that.
Yes. So I want you to notice how it is that you have affected her.
It made her feel like the world stopped, like there was heartbroken, like a
Mm-hmm.
heartbreak that can't be repaired.
Talk to her.
So sorry that I did that to you.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't alone. I had you.
Yes.
You needed me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
I want you to find your dad and talk to your dad. What do you say to your dad?
I just don't know why you were so insecure. Like, why you couldn't be proud of me.
Mm-hmm. Switch. Dad, what do you say back?
I envied you. I envied the attention you got, the attention you got from your mother. She doted on you.
Mm-hmm. So tell your dad that with all of that jealousy, that he took a big chunk from you. He stole that from you.
You made me feel unworthy,
Mm-hmm. I want that back.
and I want it back. I
Take
want
it.
my worthiness back.
Take
I
it.
deserve to feel good. I worked hard for it. There was nothing wrong with shining.
Get your shine back.
I want my shine back. I want my worth back.
Mm-hmm. Take it all back.
I want my happiness back.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing wrong with being happy and loving life and enjoying my life. I just don't understand why you couldn't do the same, why you had to
Mm-hmm.
be upset that I was happy. Don't you want me to be happy?
Mm-hmm. What does he say?
It made him feel small.
Mm-hmm. So notice all of the darkness that you took from him. Notice how it was almost as if he infected you with his darkness.
He did.
Mm-hmm. Look in your body.
He did, and I feel like I just swelled up with it. I carried all this weight, physically, emotionally, mentally.
Get rid of it.
That's why my wife left me,
Take it all. Give it back.
giving it back,
Mm-hmm. Take it all out of
taking
you.
back me.
Take all that depression, all that darkness.
All the depression, all the darkness, all the envy, all
Mm-hmm.
the unworthiness,
Take it all back.
giving it
Pull it.
back, giving it back, giving it
Mm-hmm.
back.
Free yourself of all of that. Mm-hmm. And now that you're lighter, I want you to find your wife, the one that left you. What do you say to her?
I'm sorry I gave up on myself.
Mm-hmm. They
I
seem
gave up.
familiar.
I gave up on myself, and it made you think that you weren't good enough. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't matter. Made you
Yes.
feel like you had to carry everything, the weight
Yes.
of the world, and do it all on your own.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry.
Yes.
I just gave up. I don't know why. I just gave up.
Mm-hmm. What does she say back?
She understands.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
But she's angry that she had to leave and had to live the life of like struggling and doing it on her
Mm-hmm.
own.
So ask her if she'll forgive you for that.
Will you please forgive me? Yes.
Very good. And talk to your daughters. What do you say to them?
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to make it right.
Tell her you weren't there for her. You gave up.
I wasn't there for you. I gave up.
Mm-hmm.
I gave up. I didn't feel like I had anything to offer. I didn't know. I didn't think I had any value or importance, and so I just stopped trying.
Mm-hmm. I want you to see if you made an agreement with this soul to do it over again.
I
To
did.
make. Mm-hmm.
I did.
Very good.
I'm trying so hard.
Mm-hmm. So just tell her, is it okay for you not to be angry at me anymore?
Can you let that anger go
Mm-hmm.
and accept all the ways that I'm trying and allow me to give. Allow me to give to you. Allow me to love you. Allow me to be here for you. I
Mm-hmm.
am here.
What does she say?
She's hesitant but wants to.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Yeah.
So I want you to go ahead and open up your heart and send her a beautiful beam of green light into her heart. Send her love. Unconditional love. Allowing her to be who she is. And now look at your other child, the one that you abandoned. What do you say to that child?
I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm. Do you recognize those eyes? You may not know them yet.
I don't think I do.
Very good. So, would you like to ask for forgiveness of that child too?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, open up your heart and send that child your love. And now that all of us are forgiven, I'd like for you to look at your own life and notice what's been the most difficult part of that life.
The life of Stephen.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What's been the most difficult moment of that life?
It was that no matter how hard I tried,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't seem to matter or make a
Yeah.
difference or make anything better.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and go into the light, leaving this experience behind, knowing that with the death of that body, that experience is over. And I want you to make sure that that hole that you blasted through you is mended, completely mended. Sending that light into that soul. You could even give it Reiki. And when you feel that that soul has completely mended, we're going to allow that soul to just rest. Yes. And I want you to notice how all of this that you've been holding inside of your tummy, inside of your gut, has been affecting you in the life, throughout your whole life. Notice what is it that you're holding in those intestines.
Everyone's anger and
Mm.
fear.
All right. Are we ready to release all of that anger and fear? They don't belong to you. Just like those judgments didn't belong to you. I want you to go through those intestines and notice what you have set up to capture all of those people's angers.
It's
Notice if you,
like
what did you create in those intestines?
restriction and foulness.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Are we ready to break down those walls, those barriers that you've created?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So what would you like to use to flush through?
Water.
Good.
Water.
So I want you to just see yourself putting in a big hose of water through your intestines and flush out all of that anger that doesn't belong to you.
It's like water, but liquid light.
Mm-hmm. Good.
It's
So
like
do
water.
that. Because ever since you've been born, you've been vacuuming up everybody's anger as if it was your job to hold it in. I want you to notice how this baby, from the moment it was born or before, was holding on to everybody else's issues. You're going to give your intestines permission to release, to let go, to no longer work on duty like that. Everyone else's angers are their responsibility, and you don't need to stomach them anymore. Flush them and let them go. And as you're doing this, you'll understand what it is that your digestive system needs moving forward.
I think I need to use the bathroom.
Very good. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll open your eyes and get up. And when you finish, you come back and we'll go right back, even deeper. 1, 2, and 3. Eyes open. Very good. Just take a deep breath. And I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you're going to go to the next moment in time in which your soul needs to heal. 1, 2, and 3. Where are you?
Not on Earth.
Mm-hmm. Tell me
I'm
more.
seeing a lot of blue.
Okay, tell me about that.
I feel really tall. I feel really thin.
Mm-hmm.
I feel way so much lighter.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
Everything is just really pretty.
Mm-hmm. What is your surrounding like?
I see. I don't like almost like iridescent. Um,
Is this the environment or you? Look at your arms, your legs. What do you look like there?
I guess my arms, yeah, I do feel iridescent. I feel iridescent.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like there's like yeah, like a sparkle, like a
Mm-hmm.
shine.
What does your head and face look like?
I feel I feel like
Mm-hmm.
like I belong in the water. That's everything that I was seeing felt like curves and swirls,
Mm-hmm. Are you in the water?
like I am in the water. It's a
Mm-hmm.
blue watery planet.
Okay. And how do you move about in this water?
We just glide.
Are you alone there or are there others with you?
There are others.
Mm-hmm. Well, tell me about your life there. What's around you in this water?
It's like a whole community.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
How do you feel in this community?
I feel good.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel male or female there?
I feel female.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more. The more you describe, the more I'll be able to help you.
I'm seeing like people off in the like beings off in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I just don't know why they're far away and why I can't see.
Mm-hmm. Let's do something. Let's go to the place in which you live.
I
I'll
f-
count from 1 to 3, and I want you to glide over there. 1, 2, and 3.
I feel like the water is really shallow, like I can come in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can stay under for periods of time, but
Yes.
we don't stay under.
Okay.
Um, like the water is shallow, like I can see the sunlight on the bottom, like with the rocks and the seaweed and like the plant life. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And once you're on land, how do you move on land?
because we have legs, so when we're in the water, we just glide because we're so slender and we have
Mm-hmm.
fins.
Okay. And how do you walk on the land?
We have large feet. Then the
Mm-hmm.
large feet almost like work as like fins underwater.
Okay. So let's go to the place in which you consider your home.
It's almost like a globe.
Mm-hmm. What's it made out of?
I want to say glass, but it's not glass.
Mm-hmm.
But it's iridescent.
Can you see through it?
You can in some areas, yes.
Okay. How do you get inside of that globe?
There's a sliding like a door that just slides.
Mm-hmm. Go inside and see what's there.
It feels just open with a
Mm-hmm.
lot of plants.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you get to be, you're not separate from nature.
Okay.
You just have shelter.
Okay. And those plants that are in there, do they naturally grow in there?
They do.
Mm-hmm.
They're part of the earth. Like the home is a part of the earth. It's not separate.
Okay. And do you live with anybody inside of that globe?
I sense I have a partner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, that's all.
Okay. Very good. So let's find out what it is that you do on this planet. I'm going to count to three. When I get to number three, you'll see yourself doing what it is that you do for service to others. One, two, and three. Where are you?
I'm seeing myself with like animals.
Mm-hmm. What kind of animals?
Similar to like what we have on Earth, but they're not. Like
Mm-hmm. Are they water or land animals?
these are on the land.
Mm-hmm. What do you do with them?
I'm just helping to heal them.
Mm-hmm. What do you use to heal these animals?
My hands.
Mm-hmm. So take a moment now and just go through it for me and tell me what it is that's going on with the animal and how you heal it.
They're also somewhat iridescent, very
Mm-hmm.
pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And they just they get wounded
Mm-hmm.
from caretakers or other animals.
Yes.
And so I find like the spots on them where they are holding pain and I help it
Mm-hmm.
release. I alchemize the pain. I help them alchemize the pain
Yes.
with light.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I love what I do
Mm-hmm.
because they're so gentle.
Mm-hmm. And notice if you have any type of connection telepathic with these animals.
Yeah, we do speak.
Mm-hmm. Do they tell you what's wrong with them?
I think that's why I work with them because we can communicate telepathically of
Mm-hmm.
where they're holding pain, and then I sense it with my hands.
Mm-hmm. Good. Do you help anyone besides the animals, or is that your specialty?
I do with people too, but the people don't believe that I can do it, so they don't allow the healing to happen.
Okay. But the animals do.
The animals allow it. They
Mm,
know.
good. Good. Is there anything else that you do when you're being of service?
I think that's
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy like the nature spirits too. I think
What?
they support me. The nature
Okay.
spirits support me.
What?
That's why my house, especially, like it has a lot of um more than the average space, has a lot of like plant life inside
Mm-hmm.
thriving, like a whole ecosystem.
Beautiful. So let's close this scene, and I'm going to have you go to a very important moment in that lifetime in which something happens to you. One, two, and three. You're there now.
And back where I was in the beginning, and I'm seeing like a group where they're down in the water because they're trying to discuss something and it's like it's dark, but I know that they're talking, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to be secretive.
Yes. How does that affect you?
I think my partner is with them.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel knowing that your partner is with them and they're being secretive?
Betrayed.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand
Mm-hmm.
what they're hiding.
Yes. Advance a little bit more. What happens next?
I think they're scared of me because I'm getting more and more powerful with the healing. Like
Mm,
I'm healing. It's getting a lot of attention.
yes. And
Like
nobody else does
it
that healing?
was Not like I do. I think
Mm-hmm.
some people are trying to because they see and they admire it
Mm-hmm.
and they tap into their own,
Yes.
but not on the scale, not on the scale that I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the men are, it's the males that they don't like my power.
Mm-hmm. So what are they doing about it?
I think that's what they're talking about. They
Mm-hmm.
want it to stop.
Yes.
I think my partner feels like guilt and shame.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what I'm doing is not bad, but it scares him too.
Yes.
So that's why he's joining with the men because he feels like he can relate to them. He doesn't feel like he can relate to me anymore.
Advance a
Yeah.
little bit more. What do they do about it?
I feel like they're wanting to hang me.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't want me to suffer
Mm-hmm.
and they don't want to do anything violent and they can't drown me because they can swim. Like they were thinking about isolating me somewhere off in the water, but uh they just want it to be done and over. Like
Mm-hmm.
quick,
Yes.
quick, quick, but not so violent.
What happens next?
I'm trying to hide because I don't want to believe that they would do something so insidious.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that I lived in a safe place and I was safe to help, and I don't see why there's a problem helping.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why that would be bad.
Yes. So where are you hiding?
I'm kind of around my home because I don't know where else to go. It's such a, it feels like such an open space.
Mm-hmm.
There's not many places to hide.
Yes.
It's a small community.
Mm-hmm. Advance a little bit more.
I know they're coming for me.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel when you feel that?
I feel like I don't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so connected to spirit though that I'm not afraid.
Mm-hmm. So what happens when they come for you?
I'm scared, but I'm not afraid to die
Mm-hmm.
because I know I won't die.
Yes. What happens next?
It's almost like I'm just gracefully letting it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fighting back.
Tell me what's happening.
But at the same time, I feel inside like I feel like their fear. I feel like I'm pulling it into my
Mm-hmm.
hands that I used to heal.
Yes. What do they
It,
do with your hands?
I feel like I'm pulling their fear, the energy of the fear that they have from the power, but they
Mm-hmm.
have it too. But I'm carrying it, and so it shuts the power of my palms down, so I won't use it again.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like I'm choosing, but I don't know the consequences of that choice.
Yes. What happens next?
I choose to kick over the block that I'm on and I let go.
Mm-hmm. And as you let go, where is your spirit?
It goes to the light.
Mm-hmm. So as you look back at that lifetime, what's been the most difficult moment of it?
I wish I would have spoke up for myself. I wish I would have tried to make them see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess I just felt like it was such a natural thing that it wouldn't be seen as something to be feared.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wish I would have fought more for my life. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know why I just let them take it so easily.
What does that make you do in the life as Megan?
I hide. I just hide.
Mm-hmm. And when you hide, what does that keep you from doing?
Helping and healing.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So let's do something. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. And this time you're going to go back right before all of this happens. But this time you're going to experience everything. Feel it with feelings. 3, 2, 1. What's happening?
I love my life. I mean, I think everything is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's so dreamy and being connected to nature and the animals. It's such a tender, sweet, loving energy. And then
Yes.
I'm just happy. And
Mm-hmm.
but I don't realize because I'm just so in my own energy and space and loving what I do that I don't realize how other people are being affected, how other people are perceiving that,
Mm-hmm.
what it's evoking in them, their own powerlessness.
Yes.
It's making others feel, I think they're seeing what I'm doing and they don't fully understand it.
Mm-hmm. So, so continue. Go to the moment in which they now come after you.
They come to the door and I'm not inside. They see me hiding out back. I have
Mm-hmm.
a sanctuary, like a space outside that I love, and I'm just sitting there. It's almost like I can't accept that it's really going to happen. Like they really will do that. So it's
Yes.
almost like all the whole way up until like I'm even standing there, I feel like it's not going to happen. And
Yes.
so I'm almost in shock when it does.
Mm-hmm. What happens then? What do they take you?
I feel like I'm so connected to love and to purity and healing
Mm-hmm.
that it's hard for me to fathom that kind of behavior.
Yes. What happens next?
I feel saddened and sickened.
Mm-hmm. Where
Like,
do they take you?
why would they destroy something so beautiful in their
Mm-hmm.
community?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yes. What happens next?
They just take my body out to the ocean, out to the water.
Mm-hmm. What do they do with your body?
It's like a small wooden boat that they put me on.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even put me in the boat because they don't even want to be next to my bed. They just drag it
Mm-hmm.
and then let me go. I don't, they're anchoring me down with like something heavy. It almost looks like a ball of concrete or something, but it's just heavy.
Mm-hmm. And what happens as you begin to breathe in all of that water?
I feel heavy. I feel weighed
Mm-hmm.
down.
Mm-hmm.
I feel heavy and weighed down. I feel like I'm in the darkness. I feel alone.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so far away from the light,
Yes.
but it's
What is
just my body, but I can still feel it.
and what is the last thing that your brain thinks?
angry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I don't even know that it's anger that I'm feeling because I don't ever feel angry, but I feel heat in my body,
Mm-hmm. Notice where you're storing all of that.
in my head and my neck.
Mm-hmm. Good. So what happens with your soul as that body goes deeper and deeper? Is it still there with the body?
It wants to stay. It
Mm-hmm.
wants to stay because there was just so much left to do.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't want to go.
So listen carefully. We're going to take that soul out of that place. And I want you to go ahead and grab that tissue once again. I want you to cough out all of that water and unbind yourself from all of those weights. Get all of that water out. Clear your lungs. And I want you to go to those people who condemned you, who shamed you, who took away your power. I want you to talk to them.
I saw you. I saw you talking. I saw you planning, but I don't understand why you were scared. Why couldn't you just talk to me? Why couldn't you learn? Why didn't you want to understand? Why didn't you want to know more?
Mm-hmm.
Why
And you
wouldn't you
took
want to just learn?
and you took away my power.
You took away my power.
Mm-hmm. And I want it
You
back.
saw all the good that I was doing.
Yes, and I want back my
Why?
voice.
I want my voice back. I want my power back.
Mm-hmm. Take it from them.
And I want the fear that's in my palms out.
Take it back. Take back all of that power they took from you. Take back all of your confidence. Take back everything. Can't take away your magic by drowning your body. And as you take away your power, taking it back, I want you to look into their eyes, the eyes of your partner, the eyes of those that conspired against you. Do they look familiar? Can you forgive him?
I
Doesn't
don't,
mean he did it right. It just means that he just didn't know. He just didn't know. He was afraid of you. Can you release that anger towards him for
yes,
betraying you? Because when you hold on to that anger, it only affects you. Just release that. Let it go. You knew that your soul never died. And that betrayal was just him being stupid. He didn't know. Can you forgive all the others for being afraid of you instead of using you for the benefit of their good, for their healing? They didn't
yes.
know. So I want you to go ahead and take that soul into the light now, knowing that with the death of that body, that experience is over. And you could say goodbye to all of your animal friends and tell them exactly what happened. Say goodbye to them. And as you go into the light, your guide will meet you. Why did you need to feel that betrayal?
I think I was learning to trust myself,
Mm-hmm.
to stop doubting myself.
Yes. And in the lifetime that this soul is living now as Megan, she still has finds trust, find difficult to trust men again after that betrayal. And she's scared to be seen and speak out because of what she did. And in this lifetime, she once again wants to be a vessel of God to help others. But there's that judgment, that fear. What do you say to Megan about that?
It's up to her to create safety,
Mm-hmm.
that there's always going to be judgment and fear, but my knowing has to be stronger, and my love for helping and healing has to be stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I have to remind myself of that, that
Yes.
what I'm doing is for the best of all. It's not for me, it's not for those that judge, it's for them too. And even if they
Mm-hmm.
don't know it, it's because I love them.
Good. Is there anything else you want to tell Megan? Any other message for her?
Keep going.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yeah.
5, wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over. Welcome back. How was
Whoa.
that?
Wow. Amazing. Um,
What did you learn about yourself? A lot, huh?
yeah, I was like, wow. I mean, I just kept having these epiphanies throughout each
Mm-hmm.
vision.
Yep.
And it's like, well, that makes sense. That makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Connecting the dots.
A lot of connecting a lot of dots.
Yeah. Well,
So many
that's
dots.
yeah. There were a lot of dots there to connect. I was hoping you were connecting them.
Yes, I was. Yeah. And I was trying to kind of stay in it and not be like, aha, and
Uh
start
huh.
rambling on about what I was connecting in the moment. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice, huh?
that was incredible. Just to go in and start flowing through and seeing like, wow, how powerful.
It is. It is.
It
So,
makes so much sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially that last one. That last
Yeah.
one made the first one made a lot of sense
Yes.
because in between we did the personal stuff, with the womb and everything, but
Yeah.
the first one where you're being basically, you know, you're
Used.
being you're being used,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then the last one is like you're not being appreciated.
Yeah.
Makes
And
sense?
it's, yes, all of those themes still playing out in my current life.
Yeah.
And I can see progress that I've made from some
Mm-hmm.
of those different
Yeah.
things, experiences, imprints.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see in ways that I've healed some of those imprints, but I can
Yes.
still see some of the patterns too. How it's just so wild.
I'm
Wow.
so glad. Do you want to share some of this?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take out the personal stuff that we did, but
Okay.
um, yeah, I thought it was pretty impressive. You were very descriptive, and it was really nice. I see
Good.
you could really see a lot and experience a lot.
Yeah. I really
Hmm.
felt in it. And yeah, you're such a great guide.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. So, if we're going to share this, do you want to tell everybody what you do and where you are and how they can get a hold of you?
Sure. Yeah. So my name's Megan. I'm not really active on social media, but I am active on Instagram. So
Mm-hmm.
my handle is I am Megan Lee. It's I am Meganleigh.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I share my events and just my experiences to help relate with others.
Great. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I do somatic breath work, which clears stress and trauma from the body and helps regulate the nervous system. And it's not just about clearing stress and trauma, but also embodiment, how you want to feel, how you want to show up in the world, which is really important.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I do. I try to help people break patterns and cycles so that way they can feel the freedom that I have always been searching for.
Mm-hmm. So you can see that you broke some patterns today too. You
So
were aware.
many.
You were made aware of the patterns and
Yeah.
where it came from. That's important.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, seeing the patterns, but seeing where they came from.
Yeah.
Wow, so much more
Yeah.
powerful, I feel like. Yes.
And the people in your life, it's a recurring thing. The people who come back.
Yeah, and having that zoomed out perspective too just gives you this deeper understanding. And I think it's just easier to drop into a space of compassion and unconditional love when you're not
Yeah.
zoomed in
Yep.
and you
Yep.
can see the bigger picture where it's coming from. Yeah.
So how long do you think the session was? Was it fast for you?
Oh gosh, I knew this question was coming. It only felt like maybe an hour. No way.
We'll probably cut an hour out of it, but yeah, it was about 2 hours.
Wow. Yeah,
Hmm.
didn't feel like it at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did great. You did great.
thank you.
So if you want a session with me, go to my website, sign up for my newsletter. You'll get it every month, and the sessions go quick. So I hope I see you in the future. Much
I
love
do.
to you all. Bye.